Right. So we are coming up on light side territory battles, Geonosis, and from definitely my knowledge, the Cam mission is definitely one of the hardest missions I've ever done, and it's like it requires so much gear, so much relics, so much investment into your clones that your entire roster of god mods is going to be jammed and packed into these 501st units. And I just wanted to do like a little bit of a guide, modding wise, on how you want your clones to be. My relics on my clone troopers are quite high. You don't need them this high, but more relics the better. You're definitely not going to waste them because they're great characters. Like, I'm currently farming Lord Vader, and I need Arc Trooper at Relic 8. I need Echo at 7. And Rex is a requirement, but not a prerequisite. It's a bit strange, but anyway. 5's Relic 9 it does help, but I've still lost with a Relic 9 5. So, but ever since I've been a part of the Porg Padawan Guild, I've definitely learnt heaps. And now that I'm the leader, I want to share this information so we can get as many cam shards as possible, because that's obviously the end goal. So I've got just my garbage mods at the moment for Shark T, and I've just got my GAC mods on for my clones. I don't really use Shark T that much in my GACs. I should more, but it's just the way it is. I have completed Cam without Shark T Zetas, which is beautiful because I do not want to waste Zetas on her. For some reason, I just don't want to. Because I don't use her as a clone leader. Maybe with Bad Batch on the occasion, but she is replaced by Gas. Gas is obviously the better choice to lead in the 501st outside of the 1 TB mission for Cam. So I'm just going to quickly switch my mods over using Hot Utils. By the way, guys, this is the best service that provides mods, loadouts, pretty much everything. It's worth the money. You just have to pay for the believe it's the chili level for Patreon, and it's like, I think it was like $18 a month or something. And like, I'm able to open as many Bronzium packs as I want in an instant. I'm able to save my mods for GAC and then dump my Cam ones on there and switch them back and forth without having to like create a million loadouts in game. It's just fantastic. So we'll just let it load for a second, and I'll switch my mods over and we'll get over to explaining what each character's basically what their benchmark stats need to be. So we got mods here. We're going to go loadouts, and I've got Cam here. So I'm going to press load. Are you sure? Yes. And then it does all the costs for you. It just takes it straight out of your like in-game currency is what I'm talking about, because when you're switching mods over, it costs a little bit of credits, but I've got like 32 million of them, so it doesn't really matter. So my Cam loadout will now apply to my 501st and Shark T, my god mods for them, and and then once I'm finished here, I'll go back to the default. It's such a great service. I definitely recommend it if you are willing to save like hours of time switching mods over, spamming your Bronzium pack opening to getting all those character shards. This is an awesome service that just does it in a matter of seconds. Speaking of seconds, it is taking a little bit to apply this loadout, but that's fine. It's active now. So we will have to refresh the game, and we'll just reload it. Just wait for it. So I did defeat Cam with the mods I'm going to show you right now, but it definitely was very close. Like, I only had Arc Trooper and Echo left over, and I was doing a stream actually at the time with the Discord operator, And yeah, me and him were going through it, and it was it was very close. But we got through it eventually, and then I got my first cam shot ever, which was pretty good. But I just wanted to share the mods that I have with you guys, so you guys can hopefully get the same results by getting a cam shard. Alright, so as I mentioned before, you do not need the Zetas on Shark T to complete cam. I've done it before. It is helpful, but they almost become negligible because of trampled. Like her Zeta on a leader, Clone Trooper allies recover 5% health and protection when they attack out of turn. They won't be attacking out of turn because they have trampled. So it becomes, that leader Zeta becomes like negligible. And then we've got heightened reflexes where Clone Trooper allies, when they take damage, they gain retribution, but you're not going to be like counter-attacking because you have trampled. So these Zetas are more if you want them outside of cam, like for GAC, maybe in a Jedi Master Luke team or something like that. But for cam, you do not need these because they become obsolete. They don't mean anything. So anyway, we are going to go straight on to modding for this. I've got a Relic 5 Shark T. The higher the better because you want it to survive. I think the end goal for Shark T, I wanted to get around 90,000 health, and I could not squeeze more health out of her, and that's probably just because she's at Relic 5. If you had a Relic 7, like, you need the Relic 7 for JML to unlock, so if you have JML, you've already got Relic 7, beautiful. So you do want to be modding mostly for health for all your characters, because protection for, like, Trampled, the red debuff, it eats that protection away like it's nothing. You want health so you can survive the longest, and that goes for all your clones, even 5s, and we'll get to him later. But you want to try and get to 90k health. I've gone with, I think it was a triangle, cross, and a circle for health, yep, and a speed mod for the arrow. But and the end goal is you want her to be pretty decently fast. I got 335 out of her, which is like not too bad, honestly. It's a good speed, and well, obviously it's good speed. It's 335, but you really want to get that health up as well. More health the better, because she needs to survive. If she dies too early, that's bad. If 5 sacrifice too early, that's also bad. There's a lot of things that can go wrong, and that's why you just need overall survivability. If I had the mods for it, I would change this to a health primary and try and get a really nice speed secondary, but I just don't have the mods for that. Sorry, my dog's barking. So that's generally Shark T. She's mostly going to be there to just keep the offense going, recover health and protection for the team, and maybe give speed up to Rex so he can get those aerial advantages popping, get that form up, etc., etc., stuff like that. She holds the team together. She's healing everybody up. Okay, so we got Arc Trooper now, and he needs to be fast. For Grand Arena, I have him at offense build, and I have him around, I think, 10,000 for physical offense, and because it's a speed build, he's going to be a little bit on the low side for offense, what I usually would in Grand Arena, but he is going to be blazing fast. 314 speed for an Arc Trooper is amazing. That's faster than my GAC for Rex. Of course, that's not including his General of the 500, Rex's unique, that gives him that extra speed. Again, you want to be modding for health primaries, because you want that health pool to be as high as possible, because Trample is going to eat that protection away. Because Arc Trooper is Relic 8, he's almost at 100k health, which is excellent, but we also want to fit as much offense in him as possible. I do have a random 35% tenacity here. It is not really helpful. I would definitely recommend changing, keeping it to health or offense, something like that. Offense would probably be the better choice here. I don't think I have anything for him to swap that over. That will benefit more. But in saying that, you want him to be relatively fast. Not as fast as Shark T because you want her to open up, or Rex, one of the two. I can't quite remember. But his Zeta, the Blast Torrent will assist when Arc Trooper attacks at a turn. It's there, really. It's not like it's not needed, but when Arc Trooper doesn't have trampled, it is nice to get that extra little damage from the turret, but it's not vital to the cam mission. We'll move quickly to Echo, and these are the same mods as my GAC, and it's just damage, special damage that is. So I've got 12,000. Once again, you have seen these before. 12,000 for special offense, because you just want to be hitting like a truck. You want to also have a decent amount of health, but because he's primarily offense based, he's going to be on the lower side of the health, which will mean he'll probably be prone to a sacrifice, if you know what I mean. There's two ways to build Echo. You can have him really fast or kind of on the slower end. So I'm on the slower end, the 250 zone. If you want to go faster, that's fine. But I've got it on the slower end. Generally, you want to clean up Trampled on Echo so he can do his supporting fire, so he'll assist on a basic for every 501st Clone Trooper. And I think that is his Zeta here. Yeah. Or maybe just does extra damage. That must be his copy, that. Yeah. So his Zeta, when an enemy evades an attack, he does more damage. So in the case maybe the enemies do evade, I'm not really sure if they would, he does more damage. Yeah. More damage the better, obviously. Mine's Relic 7, more damage, more health, better. You just want him to survive and put as many hits out as possible. I have now Rex here, and he is 319. So these were my old GAC mods when I had him really fast. That's basically all you want him for. You don't want him to be ahead of Shark T, but he will go first anyway because he's going to get a 35 speed from Shark T, and also that 20%, 16%, because there is only 4 of them. Shark T is not 501st. So he will start off first, probably form up and get things rolling for you. But yeah, you just want him to be really fast, faster than Arc Trooper. You got to make sure that is vital. We'll move straight on to 5s now, and health. That's all I can say. You want as much health in this guy as possible. I have not got a single protection primary on this guy, and he still has 100,000 protection. That will diminish like no tomorrow. Trample destroys your protection, and if you modded 5s for protection, he would die instantly and your sacrifice would be gone. You want him to sacrifice eventually. Later in the battle is better, but not too late. You want a little bit of speed on 5s, but I could probably add a little bit more, but he's more there just to survive, and then when eventually a sacrifice comes along, he's there to obviously share his stats with everyone else. His Zetas are a must-have. You need tactical awareness for his sacrifice. His turn meter gain isn't... it's not necessary, because I don't think that you gain turn meter when you have trampled. I will just quickly go back to Rex there. His Zeta is also another must-have, reducing their own cooldowns at the start of their turns. That is super important. Just, you will need that one. I don't think I've missed anyone else's. Yeah, and that brings us back to Shark T. So, generally speaking, when the cam mission does come along, I will be streaming for it. I will show you the way how to do it. I will get the Discord operator, Ben, to hop on as well, just to walk us all through how it is, and hopefully we can achieve a pretty decent amount of cam shots this time around. But it is very hard, and I'm probably a little bit more hopeful than what the outcome will be, but that's fine. So yeah, the general strategy I will go over when we get to the cam mission, when it opens up. But for now, I just wanted to quickly show you what my mods look like, what your relic levels should be like. I've seen it being done with relic 5 across the board. The lower relics is the more dicey it gets, because your clone troopers start falling apart quickly. Higher the relics is better. Yeah. So guys, that's pretty much all you need to know for modding and Zeta wise. And yeah, modding for health and speed on Rex and Arc Trooper, and obviously Shark T. You want them to survive. I think the main strategy is you want Echo and Arc Trooper to be hitting the Reek, Rex, and Shark T to be hitting B2s and the Django. 5's, we're not saying he should target anybody, because he's probably going to die quickly. It doesn't really matter who he attacks, because he's not really adding that much offense-wise. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much all I need to discuss with just before we get into TB anyway. Yeah, so hopefully that gave you a little bit of hand. And for this, I did forget to mention, this channel is mostly for the Porg Padawan Guild, but for those who are watching this on YouTube just as for fun, I'm happy for you to take on any advice I give you as well. But that's why it probably sounds a little bit weird. I'm talking to an audience, and that's my guild. But anyway, have a good one, guys, and appreciate all your support, and I'll see you next time.